All right, morning, y'all. Check this out. I just completed my watching of The Reading. All right, it's on Black Entertainment Television by Lee Daniels. This one's serious, yo. Very serious. There's three major things that are in this mood picture: unfamiliar spirits, because they're trying to do a seance; riches, because that's what's going on; and entertainment, because it's Black Entertainment Television. Let's get into it. All right, yo, this about to be serious. Pay attention, because this is all of us right here. All right, man. This I was like, I did this and I was like, oh my goodness, for real. Okay, let's do entertainment first, because this one's the shorter one. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think these things. Now, this woman and everybody was not thinking of anything dealing with God. They went there thinking of money. I'm going to do this for the money. I'm going to get out. I really don't want to do this. I'm going to do it for the money and get out. You see, they all were sinning. That's why God allowed it. Look, they're showing you what God allows for things. Remember, they went there to get money. They weren't worried about anything. Then they decided, oh, I'm going to do it to help the woman while they're there. But they didn't know what type of woman they were dealing with. She figured it out midway through, but she didn't know. Because the kids she was doing a seance with were what they were saying and showed her the true character of the woman. So she was getting scared. She wasn't getting hurt because of what she's saying. She was scared because this girl's going to figure me out. Okay. Psalms chapter 101, verse 2 to 3. It says, I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way. O when wilt thou come unto me? I will walk within my house with a perfect heart. I will set no wicked thing before mine eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. Right there. It explains all this. It's their wickedness. They're fighting wickedness off. This girl was trying to summon spirits, but there was already a spirit inside that woman already to get rich, to kill her family, to do all that. She had a spirit in her. She was already taken over. She was already possessed when they came. Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father by him. You're always supposed to give thanks to God. Every day, every waking moment you have breath in your body. Like even if you're thinking it, thank you, Lord. And then go about your day. But keep in mind his laws. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he had said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. That woman that lost her family was not content with anything. She was so worried about money that she was willing to take her whole family out just to get paid. That's wickedness. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. Right there, to all you guys that be in my comments. You sit there telling lies. I'm telling you the truth. Because I'm telling you the truth, you fighting against me. When you leave this earth, you'll have no excuse. He's just going to wipe you out and make you burn for eternity because I tried to tell you. I was telling you these things. You were fighting against me, hating me, saying, oh, why is he doing this? Doing funny business because your wickedness. It's the spirit taking over you. And if she's doing a reading, how is the spirit not taking over us? We're hosts. I told you that. But y'all want to watch these movies and think, oh, a ghost. No, it's a spirit. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters. Right there. For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. You can't serve both. You can't. It'll blow back on you. Let's see. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfaithful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. That goes for you guys riding around with dudes doing dirt. If they're doing wickedness and you're beside them, you know it's wrong and you say nothing. God's going to deal with you because you're riding along like the get along gang. And what does the cop do when he catch them? He arrests everybody, goes to jail. Is that true or false? If one of you committed murder, you all go to jail for murder. All of you. Whether you were there and was seen it, whether you did it or not. 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because any false prophets are going out into the world. They believed that woman's word up front because her family was dead. But when they figured it out, she became murderous intent because her love of money, we're getting there. Love of money. Remember, it's not money. The love of money is the root of evil. She was willing to do whatever for that money. Romans chapter 16, verse 19. For your obedience is come abroad unto all men. I'm glad, therefore, on our behalf. But yet I would have you wise unto that which is good and simple concerning evil. They had no discernment. They didn't have righteous discernment right there. That's about 5 or 4 crux. We're about to have 10 more. This is crazy, yo. For real. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. Their moth, rust doeth corrupt, and their thieves break through to steal. But lay up yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. That woman's heart was in the grave already. She already took her family out to keep her money and stay rich. Where was her head? Where was her heart? Come on, man. This stuff in here is translating directly to the world around us. The movies, everything. Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living God, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. 18. That they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate. She was not. Obviously, she tried to kill them when they found out the truth. Right there. Luke chapter 12, verse 33. Sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not. There no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right there again. It doubled down, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all. Go ahead. Don't listen to me. I'm telling you, you're going to be sorry. You are going to be sorry. Psalms chapter 101, verse 3. I will set no wicked thing before mine eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. 4. A froward heart shall depart from me. I will not know a wicked person. Right there. Separate yourself from wickedness. And you understand what's crazy? What's even crazier is they were watching each other die. Each friend was watching the other die and running. What type of friendship is that? They're not really friends. You sat there and watched it. You didn't even help. Multiple times. Each of them did it. I'm telling you, it's the company you keep. Wickedness doesn't always got to be somebody doing something. It could be the lack thereof them doing stuff. It's their spirit of fear. Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. If ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, there where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. 2. Set your affection on things above, not on the things on earth. Right there. Don't think of things on earth when you're thinking in terms of God. Pray to him, knowing your riches are in heaven, and let him lead you. If you don't do those things together, you'll be unable to successfully complete the mission for him. Now remember, she did the richest one. We talked about a little bit about that one. Let me see. Oh, Luke 12 and 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. That explains that lady in full. She was so caught up in what she wanted, so caught up in what money she could get. She took her husband out. That's how much she loved money. Matthew chapter 6, 19. Lay not up yourselves. Oh, we did. Hold on. Let me move that down. We already got past Matthew. All right, now we're going into James. All right, here it is. James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabbath. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Goodness gracious. Being rich isn't worth it. Right there. Being rich isn't worth it. He's basically saying that you got like your riches, that's your end. So basically, that's crazy. Once you get rich, you have a very slim chance of finding God. Very slim. If at all. Very slim. Because you're going to rely on your money over God when he's the one that gave it and you never realize it. That's why a rich man making it into heaven is rare, if not at all. That's why he says, like a camel fitting through the eye of a needle. Who could fit a camel through the eye of a needle? Can you? I can't. Because you are relying on your money and your money makes you feel safe, but you're really following after the devil's plot and he got you. You're in his snare of the fowler in Psalms 91. Right there. Yo, that's crazy. Luke chapter 12, verse 33. Sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that fouleth not, where no thief approaches, neither moth corrupteth. We read through that one another chapter. It has it in multiple chapters because that's how that's how serious he is. Luke chapter 18, verse 22. Now, when Jesus heard these things, he said unto him, Yet lackest thou one thing. Sell all that thou hast, and distribute unto the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me. That's the thing right there. She didn't want to follow God. She wanted to follow her own drum. So much so, she took out her kids and her husband. She wanted money so bad to keep her fame, money, her comfort. She was willing to give everything up for it, including her family itself. That's the thing. She's a leader. As a leader, she had to make that decision. She made a very bad one. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty real quick. We touched on this, but here it is. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I'm the Lord your God. The girl doing the seance, she's wrong too. You don't do that. You trust in God. She's trying to take on the spirit. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep, and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God for the living to the dead? She's there trying to reach the dead. But when they were alive, you treated them bad. And then you turned out to be the one that killed them. Yo, that matches 1-to-1. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 6. And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people. Right there explains this whole movie. They were running for their life, the whole movie, because of the girl doing the reading. They were running for their life. So because she tapped into spirits, now because you did a spiritual reading that angered the woman, now you're running for your life. That's how wickedness works. You weren't led by God. You were going to this woman talking about seance. If you were talking about God, you would have made a difference. She would have blew you off from the start. Y'all would have left. And you would have been good. None of y'all would have died. That's why you put God first. Right there, yo. That's exact. The movie would have ended fast. She would have said, I don't believe in that. Get out. You would have been alive with your money. But you went to do a spiritual reading, and now you're running for your life because you read something that wasn't what you wanted to hear. That's how these readings work. You don't tap into unfamiliar spirits. They're unfamiliar. You don't know them. Familiar spirits. You don't tap into them. The only one you tap into is Christ. That's all you need. Nothing else. When you do that stuff, you're playing with wickedness. Thus, he allows crazy things like the movie to happen to you because you're not listening to him. You're actually disobeying him and disrespecting him because you're saying that, oh God, you're not good enough. That's all you're saying. That's all he sees. Right, yo. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Right there, ma'am. Yo, that goes for y'all real life too, celebrities. You're worried about how much money you have. Are you worried about God, though? Do you pray to God and thank him for waking up every day or whenever you can? Do you say, Lord, help me, keep me? You do none of that because your money saves you in your mind. Your money keeps you in your mind. It's all about your money and your mind. That's wickedness. You got to turn from it. You don't rely on money like that. You use it to help your family and keep moving. But you give everything to God, yo. You give praise to the creator, man. You're moving with the wrong stuff. And that's in your real life too, celebrities. Monique, I haven't come for you yet. It's coming. I got something that's gonna rock you. Cause the stuff you said when I seen you in this movie, all right, we gonna get to you. We gonna get to you.